What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the final episode of Cali Brick Clique, episode 133, and that's how many we've done with these. But like always, you can find this episodes on all previous episodes. I guess now forever, anywhere you find your podcast, as long as we decide to keep them up there. But like always, we have Ninja.
Wait, is this live?
Oh, it's live.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh.
We can't edit squad out, and we got Claire, the plastic architect.
Are you gonna put this on Spotify still?
Yeah, I'll still be on there.
Okay.
All our
Okay.
lives are like still on the platforms. Like
But then, so like, can people see? But people can't see the chat though when on
no, they
Spotify.
can't see it unless I start doing the highlighting thing. But
That's so annoying though. Don't do that. No, don't do
yeah,
that.
no, I'm not gonna do that.
Do
But hey, look, it sends.
Congratulations, it's over. You no longer have to work. Woo! You don't have to talk to people you don't like. Woo!
Wow. Hey,
Cold-blooded.
But how's it going? How you guys doing? It's so we recorded our last episode with Brickley like 2 weeks ago. We kind of double recorded, and then we had like a little week and some change hiatus of not seeing each other. So it's kind of sad that this is this weekly thing that we've done with each other for the past 2.5 years is now finally coming to an end. But you know, with everyone in the chat, thank you for coming on. We only really did live streams episodes like 4 other times, 2 for New Year's,
Two?
like on the anniversary, because we started like January of 2021. That's correct, right? I think.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
we did it for the actual like 100th episode. And oh yeah, so 3 other live streams. So it's our 4th live stream, and it'll be our last. So, but wham wham. Before we get into a couple things, we don't know how long this is going to go, so we're kind of like free flowing it. Usually, that's how it works. We kind of generally just have a little bit of topics ready for the guests, and then we kind of just wing through it, and then we work our magic at the end of it to give you a final product. So it's not so structured as many people would think. It's really just whatever in our heads.
Yeah,
I
those
don't
that have been here, they know what's up.
I don't
Yeah.
think people
Yeah.
ever expected anything.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, people say it runs pretty smoothly, so I'm like, okay. We're like very last minute people.
I'm
mean, that's-
surprised you have a proper ending. Most people probably just assumed that it was just going to stop uploading one day.
Just
One
walk
day?
away.
No, I mean, this is okay. Well, let's just get into it. So the origins of this. Who wants to take it? Or do you guys want me to do it? I think I should start the origins, and Claire, you should like say why we're doing this, why we're ending it.
It was your idea, I think.
That was my idea. Was it?
to
No,
start it?
I can take the blame for it. I think.
No,
I
to
think
start it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Let's do the origins then. Let's do the
Thought we were
origins.
going from the
Okay,
beginning.
Let's start
Okay.
from the beginning. So if you haven't seen the trailer of Ninja's rap song for Cali Brick Clique, this is a less rhymey bar version of
That's
it.
right.
So about
More understandable.
yeah, 2.5 years ago, I think the end of 2020, like right in the heart and the beginning of the pandemic, a lot of people were home. I mean, I wasn't. I was working for the post office at that time, and I don't even know why I started like this, wanting to do this at the time. I was trying to do something with like other creators, and it wasn't happening. So, you know, I reached out to Ninja, and I'm like, hey, I kind of want to do something just like a previous podcast that we all used to enjoy. I'm not going to name it on here for Claire's sanity. So, you know, it was Ninja and I, and then like we agreed to, you know, let's start a podcast, and we didn't really have like a game plan as
No.
far as
Really?
what really was going to be about.
You
You
or
didn't know
we
what you were going to
do.
do? That's shocking.
I mean, we knew we were going to like talk about Lego at first.
Oh, you were gonna talk
More
about-
realistic.
no,
I don't know.
I mean-
It was like a shot in the dark, and then if you don't know the story of how we discovered who the plastic architect was, I'll just recite it again. We were on another podcast, Chat, which I won't name again for Claire's sanity.
It's fine. I don't know why you're making a big deal of it. It's just.
Well, I
it's
mean, you said in the last like
it's
2
like
episodes.
Ryan's like crappy podcast that I watched one episode of, and obviously it was like during a time where like, you know, emotions were heightened, and I was like, I think I was like, I like said some like fiery comment, which is like totally not my vibe on the internet. And I don't
When you
remember
look like Marilyn Manson.
whatever. And Shy took it. He was like, oh, I like that person.
Yeah.
Sans here was like, who's this idiot? Which is kind of funny that both
Interesting
of
how
them
that
saw
turned
me
out.
interacting for the first time there.
Sans and I
then-
were both modding that chat.
Right. And then, Shy, the complex individual that he is, was like, oh, girl, she can hold a conversation. Let's ask her to join the podcast. I really wasn't that complicated.
That sounded more like an insult than a compliment to me.
Yeah, I wasn't like super like.
No, it wasn't. No, you're being misleading. He didn't think, oh, girl, she can hold a conversation. He thought female.
Oh, like that was it.
That was it.
Yeah,
I
more simplistic.
want you to join because you're a female.
Got it.
No, but I mean, like, there are other females out here. But no, Claire, like, I mean, she only had like one video out, like, at the time, if that. Like, it wasn't like she had
one video.
No, it was like nothing. And like, but you did enter in. I thought you entered in another episode of one of Ryan's things. So I was just like, look, what you were saying on there was not normal within the community at the time, and it was interesting to me. So I was like, this person is cool. So let me reach out and say hi. And also at the same time, like, you're also coming around to like other people's streams. So a lot of people were like streaming, like chilling. That's how you.
Anyway, outside of that, no, I do think, I mean, like, I don't know if you guys remember, it was also like a very like politically like heightened time. And so we would also, when we started talking about Lego, we were also, it felt relevant for us to talk about what was going on in the world at the same time, because it was on our minds and we were sitting at home and we had our fingers up our butts and weren't doing anything. So it was like, let's chat about it. And then I felt like that's kind of how we started, not just talking about Lego, but also doing stuff. And then we got sick of each other's company. And so we're like, let's invite people on. And then we invited people on and we realized how much better it made the episode. I don't know, Ninja or Shy. If you guys
No. That
was my recollection of it.
No, that's so true. I remember in the beginning. Oh, okay. First off, we didn't really converse as like three of us that much, like, together in the beginning. So we had to kind of like, kind of learn each other's mannerisms of how we speak and like talk and like comfortability. So it took a while to get to that point.
Yeah, for me to get used to you making up words like comfortability. Yes.
Comfortability.
Just comfort.
Whatever, okay? He says that to me all the time. But, all right. Well, I forgot what I was gonna say. But like, yeah, I got to the point where who's our first guest? Hive?
No, it was Cece.
Cece. Yeah.
Cece? Oh. Well, sorry, I remember Hive. But either the early episodes when we started, like, the moment we brought in a guest, it was like, think less.
Yeah.
So much more like relaxing, and like just the conversation, I think, just flowed better, especially because we eventually turned into like a podcast about creators. So I think Claire on that one.
We did,
and I feel like a lot of our audience is that.
Yeah, it did feel like most of the people that were like listening as well were creators or had a really good, grasp on the creator community or something. Yeah, I would say Instagram is still creator. Oh my God, you're so condescending.
Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't post, but it's fine.
I don't call myself a creator either.
Let's see now. Yes, there was a lot of those 24 hours. I feel like there was a lot more live streams, especially during the pandemic too. And so that was like a way that a lot of us were having social interactions. There's definitely still a lot that are still consistent, but I felt like there was like 10 times as much before. I don't know. Maybe that's also my perceived experience as well.
Are you
I think that was,
or are you trying to change history for the public view?
What am I?
I think that was the reason Shy wanted to do like a podcast, because like everything is a live stream. I want something different also. So
yeah, no, I agree.
Correctly.
No, that is true. Like, I remember Ryan's thing of not the one that Claire popped in, the one before that she hasn't watched a single episode of, which is fine. I think those bricks and bits, which heavily influenced this, or my energy to want to do something similar, where Ryan really focused on like people and like the community a lot, and it was something to look forward to every Sunday, and there wasn't really that much going on at the time. That was also the beginning. I know Hive started his Good Morning Brick World version the way he does it now, like kind of soon around that time. There was London Calling, obviously, but Stubbud started like right after that, and ACOB started like soon after that. So like there wasn't the staple shows weren't like we all know now, like just we're all in its infancy, and now we have all these other shows that we can kind of tune into now, that have just all popped up like everywhere on Twitch, on YouTube, on Instagram. So there's like other places where people to go now. So we don't really need to provide that fix for at least for me. So I'm happy that I was able to get it.
Wait, so do you feel like Cali Brick Clique was a service that we provided for the community? Do you really feel that way? Because
I do. That was
benefited.
not my intention. Okay, so
I thought we benefited more than the public, because I feel like a lot of people like are always like I saw a lot of really lovely comments on Instagram that people left, which was really
they're still writing them now.
But the reality is that we got to, because of this podcast, it was a vessel for us to get to know so many people, which was like really nice, and then also learn from a lot of people, especially creators that are better than us, and that was like really cool to get there behind the scenes. And so yeah, I love that you're like the service that we provided.
Well, I mean, I guess I wasn't my intent to like serve the community. It was more like, I guess I'll say how like Emily asked me when she was here in LA. She was like, so what's your goal with like my own channel and Cali Brick Clique? And I kind of just said, I just want to be respected. Like that's pretty much all it is. Like I'm not trying to be like TD or anything like that. I literally just told her something simple like that. And I feel like Cali Brick Clique did that for us. So as we've noted before in many episodes, when we meet people like IRL or just in the DMs or chats or comments, wherever, other shows, the respect for Cali Brick Clique is noted and has been mentioned to us like numerous times. And Claire said it's what kept it going. Like the one or two that we get every now and then. But all good things come to an end. And I guess Claire, now's the time to say why.
Okay. Well, this is not where you chime in. Okay. But he's kind of like a part of it too. I'll be totally transparent. Good morning, Holly. The reality is that like there's this element of Cali Brick Clique that is like really cool, where we kind of share our own life experiences online with creators and stuff, and then they therefore share their own experiences. And it's like an element of vulnerability that I am personally not interested in doing anymore. I haven't even done internet content for that long, and there's like, once you get past like a certain size of like a community, it starts to kind of get into the weird internet parts of the world. And so I think I kind of made a call where I told Shai, I was like, I think I'm ready to kind of step back, because we just got married and we're moving forward with our life. And so that's kind of like for me the line that I'm like, okay, now it's time to kind of pull back. So even though like I still want to be creating more content, it's just not in this format where I feel like I can be vulnerable. And then like I don't know how to do Cali Brick Clique without being like, well, I had this experience and this is this part of my life that I want to share. And then how do I not do that? And so I didn't ask Shai to end the podcast. I was kind of like, hey, I think I'm going to step out. And then he was like, well, I think I don't want to do it without you. So that was kind of where it came out. And it seems, I was also thinking about not saying this to people. I was like, oh, people are going to be offended that they're like, that you want to be private and stuff like that. But it also, that seems disingenuous to say that, you know what I mean? And I think we've talked a lot about boundaries on Cali Brick Clique, and we've talked a lot about understanding what each of us needs and our parameters, whether it comes to just like buying Lego or consuming content or, having different outlooks on life. And like, this is kind of what I need right now. So this was a kind of selfish decision, I guess. And so I think that's kind of where it came from. And plus, I don't know, Ninja, if you felt this way too, but like Shai did all the work for this podcast. Like he edited it, and he would communicate with the creators and guests to come on, and he would schedule all of our schedules. And then he would be like, he would be upping the editing game for himself all the time. And so we would be talking. Yeah. Like we would like get off an episode and he'd be like, oh, I have all this, editing to do, and the guy's got a family and his own channel, and like as much as like we created this like really cool environment, like I felt guilty being part of something that was like a stressor or like a time suck, even though he's an adult, that didn't feel right to me. And so that's kind of, that was kind of part of it too. I don't know, Ninja, what do you think?
I mean, I totally agree with that because I know I wanted to do more for this. Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna help out with like the Instagram and stuff, but
Mhm.
nah, I just didn't have time to do all that. I was like,
Yeah.
oh crap. So
Yeah.
salute to Shy because he put a lot of time into this,
Mhm.
like a lot.
We're not sharing like the biggest reason of all. You all do not understand how mentally draining it is to talk to Shy on a weekly basis.
Rude. But no, I get it.
Already.
I'm sorry. That could be a little dry.
No, no, he's joking. This is why it's exhausting. He takes it too seriously.
What? I mean, okay. No. You again. I loved putting the energy in here. I know it doesn't grow as fast as my personal channel or anything else out there, but it was kind of to be expected based on what it was. Podcasts don't grow fast, and even with the largest ones out in the actual YouTube community or podcast community, those with like millions get only like a percent or two of the viewership that's subscribed to them. So I already acknowledged the fact that it wasn't going to be this huge thing, but that didn't mean that I didn't want to put energy into it. And yes, like at the very beginning, we just slapped on an intro and an end and then call it a day.
Make a thumbnail.
But then, for me though, in the beginning, I walked a postal route and I had 9 hours to 12 hours of listening to my AirPods. So I would really, I would listen to other things too, like other podcasts out there, but there really wasn't that many in the Lego space. And even listening to live streams, like all the people who were live streaming at the time, and our show didn't even remotely cover the amount of time that I was walking around. So I would listen to us like maybe 2 or 3 times, like within the week, and I would, just wanting like to figure out ways to fix how we sound and say. And then as time progressed, I would start editing off the obvious filler words like or gaps between sentences. And then I started moving like sections, like, oh, this whole part of the conversation would better suit going over here. So I'll start shifting whole conversations over. And then I would,
By the way, he didn't tell us when he started doing
No, I just started doing it.
We're not watching it.
Yeah, I guess.
And then I would start like editing how we spoke, because with me in the beginning and even till now, like I stutter a lot. I say words that don't make sense or are not even real. Claire repeats herself like 5-6 times when she's formulating a thought. Like she'll say that literally the same sentence like 4 times before she says something. Ninja
pauses.
these gaps. So I would fix those to make it sound like a normal, decent conversation. And even in the episodes towards like the middle, towards the later half, like I noticed that it was a little bit too much. That
your word choices here are superb.
Or whatever. So like the cuts were a little too much and it was too glitchy for me until Breaking a Brad told me that you can download the individual like shots windows from each personal's file, and that is what went from that is where it went from editing each episode that took 2 hours of time to like 6, 7, because now I'm playing like director, because I'm shifting like each personal video footage from one to another. So every time you saw a switch, that means I cut something, if that makes sense. So and then at that point I started trying to make it more natural. So if you had like a sentence where you stopped in the middle of the subject to the predicate, like I would put them together, but I would also embrace the negative space, meaning if there were gaps, like if you didn't say anything or formulating a thought, I would time it perfectly to where it made sense and it wouldn't drag, if that makes sense. So it got down to the point where I'm like dissecting every single syllable, sound, and emotion, where I'm like, why am I doing this? But the end product of it, I thought, was something I could be proud of. So you can really see it when I started doing the the past maybe 10 to 12 episodes where I started really doing that. Is where I think where we're starting to get very like it's starting to hit me as far as like how much this is, you know, not only like taken away from like my own channel, but time with my family and my friends. And I would have kept going this way. Like I wouldn't have stopped until Claire said something to me. Like I would have kept going. And when Claire finally said it, I was like, "Yeah, I'm tired. I think I want to chill." Um, and I already had a list of like people that I wanted to ask until probably December of this year. Like Tyler Life Bricks, he was probably the next person. I think he was going to be next, but we was like, we're gonna cut it now. But shout out to Tyler. I know you're in here. But it made me realize that I was like really just holding off and just not really enjoying the process as I was before. And as Claire said it, I didn't want to regress in the editing style. I wanted to always improve. And in the end, it's like, am I really happy? So I decided that like I wanted to end this probably by the end of the year. Like let's just make it to the 3rd year anniversary, not even to the year, like to the like like yeah, no, it would have been the same thing. Like so until January, the first week of January. That's what I've been like. Let's just cut it here. We made 3 years. Let's call it a day. But again, if I'm like trying to like just go with the flow or not go with the flow, if I'm already seeing an end game, like why am I waiting to the end game? It's already great as it is. It's if we all have something going on, it's just time. Yeah, Alex Nunez is on my list.
End of a chapter.
But
yeah, I think there's like an element to it's kind of nice to end on a high note.
Wow. I do agree. So
too late to tell you that all that editing couldn't fix the crappy conversations.
I did the best I could with what I got. So if you thought they were crappy, they were probably crappier without me editing it.
No, but that's I was gonna say I feel like
so
service.
Yeah. And when Claire said she wanted a tap, I was like, there's a little hint of keep going, I'm fine with, if you replace me, all that kind of stuff. And to me, that wasn't an option. So like we started this like together with us three. I wanted to end it. And that was always in my thought. Like if Ninja wanted to tap, I'm like, okay. If Claire wanted to tap, I'm like, okay, it's over. So if that happened 5 episodes in, 30, 100, or 133, it was going to end. And if, I do something like this in the future, it would be a totally different name, totally different crew. It won't be the same. So this collaboration between us two and, us three.
Cold-blooded.
I was like pointing at you two. That's Cali Brick Clique. And then that formation is forever going to be ours and all the guests that have come on and to include our audience. So whatever comes on after this is going to be totally something different. So
this is where you announce Cali Brick Clique 2.
Hey.
JK, this was just season 1.
Season 2.
No, so right. That's why I wasn't reluctant to end it. I was very, very willing to do it soon and cut it. So again, there are a lot of other people that came up to us at Brick World that want to come on, and I would have wanted them to come on, but unfortunately, it's just I gotta be selfish here, and I thank Claire for hitting me in the head with that because I wouldn't have stopped. But yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah, thanks Claire for ending everybody's favorite show.
There's a lot of I keep getting recommended because I don't know why I don't listen to podcasts, but I've like barely listened to these, but like I do think that there's a lot more. I've been getting recommended a bunch of them. It seems like there's a bunch more on Instagram too and stuff that are popping up, which is pretty neat. I can't imagine any of them have made their entire personality about being an architect, but I hope they're more interesting than we are. Let's see now. What are I think should we transition into what are our favorite
let's do that. Okay.
Memories and stuff.
You can start.
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
My favorite one is right now. It ending.
Wow. Of course you would say that. I kind of expected that answer.
He
I'm
just means he's
surprised-
excited for the next chapter.
I'm surprised he didn't say like his own episodes or
No, those are awful. I talk.
when he like
What are you
yelled-
talking about? This
I
the,
think you
the,
have-
the one, when we were themed out wearing the
Yeah,
aprons,
yeah.
I think it was one of my favorite episodes.
You have the
Those
only
are so
themed
stupid.
episode.
Yeah.
It's our only themed episode.
Let's see now. Yeah, the Sands and the Aprons. I do agree, Holly. The Josh episodes are great, but we don't really talk about anything when Josh is here. There's absolutely nothing of substance.
But it's great.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Josh or Josh's wife talking about Josh?
Let's see now. The Sands episodes. That's funny. People like the Sands episodes. I don't know. I really like. I like the episodes where like I don't know really anything about
We just look
Creator,
at it.
like before, and then it's like a lovely surprise. And I'm not gonna say
It wasn't too often. Most of the time, it was as expected.
I'm
but
joking, but it was no, but like it was because like Shy would dig up these creators that I didn't watch or whatever.
This person's uploaded 3 times
I have
6
no
years
idea.
ago.
Yeah, exactly. MK and Bricks was one of them, but there was
Yeah, he uploaded at that point.
Love you, Michael.
yeah, but it was yeah.
Oh, and then Ross came on. He hadn't uploaded a video in like 12 years.
Yeah.
Look at him now.
Yeah. Or
Look at Michael now.
I know.
Doing well.
He's doing really well.
What you're saying is Cali Brick Clique is the reason why they're having any success at all.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Say that. Claim the truth.
Oh my god.
Ross says I'm gonna miss this free therapy I got from this podcast.
Right.
You also have our personal phone numbers.
That's how I feel.
It's so weird seeing us all. It's definitely weird to be live.
I mean, again, we've only done this like 4 times. Well, this being the 4th.
Why
I
have we
also-
all gone on like hundreds of live streams?
When was the last time you were on a live stream?
It doesn't matter. I've done hundreds and hundreds of them. We all
I
have.
feel like
I
they
don't
were
put
like
numbers on them, so I don't know how many.
I
Yeah.
don't either, but I just know I've wasted way too much time doing it, and I know that it was a lot of doing.
A
And you were
lot.
there for half of them, Ninja.
I was, I believe. Maybe. I don't remember.
I'm like reading this chat as it's going on. So whatever you guys are writing in right now, I know I'm not highlighting any of them. I'm just reading them as they're going by. But thank you guys all for the love. Like it's
Most
truly,
definitely.
truly appreciated.
it's gonna make Shy cry. I'm just kidding.
I had a feeling you were gonna say that. I'm
gonna
trying
keep the
hard
same
not
face.
to. So
Over 130
Wait, no. So
episodes.
faves, Ninja.
My faves?
Yeah.
Man. Everything. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just like coming in and listening because honestly, I had no good input to give. Once we started getting into the creative aspect, I was like, I'm not a content creator, but this is great to listen to.
Real time.
Yeah, real time. I was like the #1 fan, except for the one episode I missed.
Oh, how about me just absolutely straight sleeping through an episode with our actual friend that was on? That's great.
Okay, yeah, see, actually, I didn't think about these. Okay, yeah, actually, my favorite episode was the one that I missed.
I didn't
Because
miss
I don't know
one.
what happened on that episode.
There you go.
No, well, Claire missed the most because she forgot one.
She was traveling, though.
And then
And
the other
that-
one she was on her.
Oh, she forgot way more than just one. She just made it to most of them.
I definitely got in a car accident on the way to one.
Oh,
That was
man.
that happened.
Damn.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
have
that was
stories
a
like
long time ago. No, we didn't get in a car accident. Someone just hit us at a light.
We just got rear-ended. Yeah. So I don't know what you call that if not a car accident, but sure.
Well, you say I got into a car accident implies like you hit someone.
Well, technically, I completely forgot about the podcast, got rear-ended, and then remembered immediately, like it was shaken out of me.
No, but can we appreciate the dedication though for doing this for almost 3 years?
yeah, my neck hurt for like 20 minutes.
I definitely can show up to something. Like I remember,
As long as you expect zero work from her, she can do it.
as long as there was someone keeping me accountable, like if my friend was like, "I'll meet you at this class, like yoga class or something," or like show up to this, I will show up. I will not be prepared. I will not do a good job, and I will probably not be on time, but I'll be there.
Yeah, well, definitely proven. So thank you. Well, for me again, like just talking to people, I think I don't really have like a highlighted Shy fave for all this thing. enjoy the conversations genuinely with the people that we come on, especially if I didn't like towards the end where we didn't really know some of these people that well. Like we just met them for the first time. Like, hey, how's it going?
Hi,
Oh.
I'm Claire.
I was like, I'm
You get
shy.
constant, or did Shy just find you on the street?
Hey man, it's
Do you even own a Lego set?
fair enough. So I don't know that those are. I know if you have a fave, I see some of you guys are dropping it in there, your favorite episodes and your favorite like moments. But ultimately, like I know Claire doesn't listen to any of them at all, but there are a few episodes where I will replay back just to hear something said again. I've used it in my own content, like I'll snip it back out.
I just hate the sound of my own voice.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
I mean, I feel like you listen to every episode though, Shy.
I do. I have
Everything.
to. I listen to
Yeah.
it every episode. I've at least listened to it full 3 times, not
And then
without
you
the
get the
editing.
shorts.
Without
you get
the
the good
editing.
stuff out of it.
Yeah. So there's one for like editing through, 2 to actually listen to it to see if I missed anything, 3 to how it sounds on YouTube. So I'll play it again on YouTube, and then 4 on Spotify. So I know that all 4 all areas like sound decent in
There
case
we
I need
go,
to
look.
redo it.
Even on the live stream, we're giving creator knowledge.
That's just me. I don't know. Claire's has good experience with checking her work before she hits publish.
Oh man, I've done some real stupid stuff though. I've sent some really dumb emails without even checking. Like I sent like people I don't know, clients, like I've sent some wild ones that like my old coworkers still like laugh about. Like but like sleep deprived. But once you kind of hit rock bottom with those things. Like, I accidentally like sent a meme to the building department.
Oof.
Yeah.
Who emails memes?
Yeah. You know what? This was like
This is
I don't know.
during a time. It was during a time.
It was just like 4 years ago. It's like not a big deal. I do think that I think someone once mentioned like the duck brick episode a lot. I think that was one of the first times like we were dumbfounded when he let us know like how far ahead he had prepared his channel, which was
January
I thought that
2025.
was fun. Yeah, I think that was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did
Family
you
Bricks.
feel about that? I know how I felt about that. I was shocked, but like knowing that he doesn't edit, he uploads hour-long content.
I feel like you're shitting on him. I don't
Oh
understand.
no, I am, but it's all love because he's still winning. So like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm
I
just
think there's a
dumbfounded.
space for that. It's almost like we knew that there would be a complete VOD of the Ninjago concert at Brick World Chicago.
That was
Oh, not VOD. Sorry, there would be like a complete, like just a straight video. Like we knew, like it's almost like he's becoming like beyond the brick in terms of like memory keeping. Like we know there's
Yes.
all of that will exist on Doug Bricks' channel, which is kind of like we were expecting that video to get uploaded and it got uploaded, which is hilarious.
Yeah, to see him out of his shell, or
Yeah.
at least what we're used to. And then that was the thing. Like a lot of these people, like they don't really they're there, but they don't have as much interaction with other creators. And one of the great things about this was like kind of pulling them out of that and like bringing them around and seeing them just, especially when in Chicago when they're going crazy, like it's really fun to see. But
Family
as far
Bricks
as
brings up a good episode also. Pulling Mr. Hinkle back in.
oh, that I
just
didn't
one
expect
episode.
That was sad. That
That
was like
was sad.
yeah.
One of the rules is we weren't supposed to talk about Lego. I don't know how we did it.
It's like we're not going to. We're going to talk about art
Well,
the whole
yes, I
time.
mean, he is an effective communicator, and he's
And then-
plenty going on outside of
Yeah.
his past experiences working for the company.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we want to know the most about, but
Yeah, I mean he's objectively like an interesting person outside of Lego.
Right.
Yeah.
Rip, for sure. All right, so there's a lot of love that's been pretty much written everywhere, and I guess it was a good time to kind of just read some of that. I guess, right?
What?
No.
Oh, comments?
Yeah, we'll read some comments.
boo.
What you have something insightful to say?
Like some old comment, like old comments on
No.
old.
Just on the post for one, on the Instagram post that was written, that was shared. Might as well cite some of that on ours, like the recent one on Instagram.
Okay.
What's Instagram?
Were these
You know.
proofread?
Yeah, I actually read them all. So
Gross.
I would share them on here. Should I share them on here, or should I just like read it and
Just-
recite it?
And just pick 2 of your favorites.
That's a lot.
I said pick 2 of your favorites.
No, I'm saying that's a lot. Can I just choose
Pick-
one? All right, I'll choose
Is
one.
that your favorite ninja, SpongeBob?
Oh, that was for the Janky Squad. If they know, they know.
Oh, okay.
I'll recite Brick Lovers. So very
Instagram.
sad to see this podcast come to an end. I want to sincerely thank you guys for helping me step out of my dark age. With this podcast, I wouldn't have re-engaged with the Lego online community like I have, nor attend Brick World Chicago this year. You all have made such an impact. Excited for your next steps and new paths. Tear.
Was a very nice comment, but you guys are responsible for getting someone to spend way too much money on a bunch of plastic toys, and you should not be proud of that.
Wait, but to be fair, like in the beginning, we spoke Lego stuff. And I think it was like Ryan. It was like cut all that out, and we stopped.
Oh,
We
you're
just
talking
went
about
straight-
like Lego news and
yeah,
stuff?
we would see like so we started talking about Lego newsy stuff, and then we started like talking about what's let's banter stuff, and then we just went straight to it. We just went straight to the creator, and just that was pretty much their show. So we didn't promote buying Lego as much as others. No.
I mean, I barely buy this stuff.
about? It's a Lego podcast.
I
Yeah,
feel
but like it's not like we're saying, hey, we're gonna go buy. Hey, are you gonna buy this? Are you gonna buy that? We don't talk about any of that. We don't talk about
You're
Lego
surrounded by tens of thousands of dollars of Lego.
on my personal channel. Yes, I promote.
Go
Hi,
ahead
dude.
right now.
It's blurry. You can't even tell what's happening.
Oh, it could be
Could be
anything.
Leppin.
That could be anything. It could be
Oh,
Funko
cool.
Pops.
Yeah, no, but,
Not Lego.
no, but because it's like blurry,
green
it's got
screen.
like the whole aesthetic, and people
So
are
now
like,
people
"Oh,
are
I
like
want
trying
that
to figure out
vibe."
what's behind
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
How much
he
money
has
do I have to
It's
ship?
just the
the
lens.
lens in the corner that just doesn't even have like a cover on it. By the way, guys, it looks cooler than it is. It's like a naked bulb
Yeah,
in
you
the
should
corner.
see the other
It is, it's
sides
true.
of those shelves. It's just stacks of crap he doesn't know where to put because he doesn't have enough space for all of his Lego. His kids
Sorry.
share a room, by the way.
This is just a backdrop. It's green screen. There's nothing here.
Exactly, green screen. It's good editing. That's what it is.
Yeah, I guess.
No, we did talk a lot about sets. I remember there was like a couple episodes we were like, let's take a look at all the Lego ideas things that
Oh,
have
yeah.
been hit
Oh,
10,000.
I did that once.
We
and
did that
was
one,
like-
we're like,
yeah, we did it
never
once. Never again.
Way too much just too good energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But see, that was really the time we were kind of defining ourselves. Like we didn't really know what was. We were kind of just shooting stuff out, see what worked, getting comfortable speaking. But yeah, that was. Then we defined ourselves eventually. It kind of just fell into place, and then that's what we were kind of known for. To the point where I felt like it's like you have to come on Cali Brick Clique if you're a creator. So I was like, okay,
Well,
I guess.
wait, people thought that?
I guess. Yeah, that was mentioned to me a couple times. Oh, there's my dog.
Was it by people that wanted to just get on the podcast and they were saying that?
Both.
Or-
It was both. People that would want to come on and or audience.
Mm-hmm.
So it was. I mean, I'm not hating on that. I'm like, that's not like for me. It was. What was it like? I was grateful to have people that want to come on. It was awesome. But like it was more so like, can you talk? Was like the biggest question on there. Like, can you
You're
hold
not a
a
legit
conversation?
content creator in the Lego space unless you come on Cali Brick. Like, you hear that, TD Bricks? You ain't shit.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
There it
Look,
is. God damn.
I asked him once, and I was gonna beg for him to come on. So that was it. Like, I don't want to beg people to come on the show.
There's nothing wrong with begging, but you know,
So
it's fine.
whatever.
Big on those
Oh.
reviewers
Yeah, exactly.
Look, Sans, your episode inspired people.
to not work at the Lego store. That's good. Yeah, no, that's what.
I mean, I agree with that, with that sentiment, because I don't trust them.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
if you're just gonna work for them for like a part-time thing, just to check off on your list, hey, go for it. But
I do find it like a little stressful that people particularly would be like, oh yeah, I really like I'm just thinking of like Lauren and Ross right now. They're like, yeah, like you had some good life advice that you gave on Cali Brick Clique. And I was just like, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I hope I didn't steer anyone the wrong way. I probably did.
yeah,
That's how you interpret it.
Hmm.
How does it feel knowing that people formed opinions and thought processes based on your words and conversations? To all, I'm asking. That's a general question to the three of you, not just Claire.
I don't know. I don't know how I think about that.
Think about all that responsibility.
I didn't really think I was responsible for anything.
You're responsible for getting people back into Lego.
I guess, but I was more concerned about how we sound.
Well,
Me.
I'm glad.
Wrong?
I'm glad you guys. I'm glad people enjoyed it. That was good. I mean, I'm glad it stuck around for the time it did. We probably could have ended it a while ago, but honestly, it was. I'm just thinking now.
Some of us might have wanted it ended a while.
But, yes, that's good. Yeah, there was a lot of yelling at Ryan. That does happen.
It was known as a Ryan Bash episode.
Yeah, so Claire was responsible for always keeping people in check. Yeah, it's kind of like a responsibility that I don't want to have anymore, I think is the thing. And granted, I probably took it upon myself, and it was self-imposed and self-inflicted in every which way. But I don't know, maybe it's like you kind of like get in a rut, with like these kind of podcasts, and you're like, this is my character, this is my behavior, this is like who I am, this is how I'm articulating myself. And then I was like so sick and tired of hearing the sound of my own voice. And so I don't know, maybe that's. But the couple episodes that I did listen to, which were the ones that I weren't at, it was like when Josh and Holly and stuff were hosting. Yeah, and JB and stuff. So I listened to those. So that was nice.
The ones that you weren't on?
Yeah, so I could like stay up.
Here.
Yeah.
How are those then, as a viewer?
It was nice. I was like, oh, wow, he's editing too much. Yeah.
Whoops, my bad.
Even the intro, I was like, "Oh my goodness."
That's a new thing. That only lasts like 5 or 6 episodes.
Yeah, I was like, oh, goodness. Anyway, but
you got to up it, right? Somehow, isn't that what you're supposed to do? Is try to be better than your last one, even if it's this.
That would be assuming that it's growing. No, I'm joking, but it was not. I felt like it was.
It was growing. It was picking up. You guys went from like 20 viewers to like 26.
Yes.
Ouch. It became so. This is what I've noticed. It's definitely become like people choose what they want to listen to here. It's not like a weekly show that you want to tune into for some people. You know what I mean? Like when it's like Good Morning Brick World, or ACOB, like you want to tune in because it's like a lively event type of thing. And since we kind of focused a lot on like the individual creator, I think over time it became I just want to listen to the people that I know or I might find interesting. But if it's not, you know what I mean? So like some people will have more views and retention for certain individuals versus like everybody else, which kind of sucked. But I do want to acknowledge though that on like the podcast platforms, like the retention rates were ridiculous. A lot of them were like anywhere between 75 to 90% retention rates. There were some that like people dropped out of because like you kind of listen to what they were talking about and what we were talking about, and then they'll come back later. So it will like drop and come back up as opposed to just one clean, the clean slant or line. But shout out to Joanna High Tea Toys for having the highest retention rate at 99% the entire episode. I don't know if that's a glitch, but she had the highest retention rate.
I feel like if we were smart and worked harder, particularly me, we could have done like an award ceremony for like the different creators and like most listened to, like highest clicks, most dislikes, most comments.
Well, wait, this is the last
live stream. Right.
You can still do one last.
No.
You can make it a short. Wait.
No, it's gonna end here. It's gonna end.
Shy.
No, we're done. Yeah, we are done, and I appreciate all the people who are
Cali
like
Brick Clique 2, baby.
Yeah. But I guess Shy, have you given more thought to like anything you want to do after this, or Ninja or anything?
That's a good question, because Fall Equinox asked where he could find us or support us, or they asked where they could support us after this.
So I mean, our own individual channels would be one. But yeah, because Claire's doing her own new way of content and she's loving it. So definitely show her love. I mean, she's doing great. I decided to take a break for like 2 weeks, which is great. I'm enjoying it. After I finished the last episode of Cali Brick Clique, I was like, I'm not going to do squat regarding YouTube, except for pondering and brainstorming. So I created a vlog channel. I haven't promoted it. It's there. You can find it. So you have that, Claire, so I don't have to hear it. I think it was more out of spite.
Is it like Venus time is my time, or is it like shy time is no one's time, or vlog time is my time? Like, what is it called?
The Shy Time log.
Oh my god.
Whatever. I'm not expecting it to
Vlog or
grow.
vlog? It sounds like
Log. Log.
Log?
Log.
Time,
Log.
give you your name. You can probably have
I
something.
can change
really
it. Whatever. I'm not married to it. It's just up. It's ready. It's just there.
We'll have a branding powwow.
Yeah. It's like I just made it in time for this, just so I can say it.
That there's
Like
a
when
vlog. Okay.
Shy's
Something
time
there.
be even better.
Hmm.
Wouldn't like just Shy's time
Not
be
now.
better?
Later.
Now I know. We don't have to, we can, it's there. If you want to go look at that, that's there. As far as the podcasting goes,
Okay.
I have said yes. I am going to do an individual one with just myself. I am going to focus more on if I have the opportunity. It's going to be more of an opportunist type of thing, meaning if I have the ability to be in person, like sitting down next to you, I'm going to try to do that versus making this a weekly thing. So I don't know if I want to do that again. Like I've been approached with, collabing with other shows and groups and stuff, and I have respectfully declined all of them just because I don't want to commit to a weekly thing. Sense?
You want to do a vlog with me?
Sure.
Suck a nut. The rest of the people he said.
Vlog. I'm talking about more of a show podcasty type of thing where it requires me to be there every week.
Sans is like convinced that he was like, if anyone ever wants to do a podcast or something, all they need to do is have Shy on it. He'll just figure it out and do the management. Like, if anyone like it respects or like or puts you on a platform with regards to that, it's this one, which
I told Ryan I would finally do one with him if you were managing and operating it.
Behind the scenes.
Hey, I mean, time management, right? I mean, I was a manager for a while, leadership roles. Claire, you're very good at that too.
I have to give a crap though. That's the problem with me. I have to like intensely like be like
So
obsessive
for anyone that's
over
not
it.
keeping up with the conversation, Claire's saying she didn't give a crap about this podcast.
It's not that. Like to me, it was something different to me than it was to Shy and to Ninja. Maybe like for Shy, it was like Shy. At least you say this. It's like you like love the Leo community. You love that part of it. And like, don't get me wrong, that is like a part that I enjoy. But for me, this was like kind of like a nice way to come on and have a conversation once a week. And beyond that, I think I also was like it was very hard for me to like when I wanted to be spending more time on my channel and I was like not able to spend that time. And so like, if I couldn't even do the things I wanted, do you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I feel like this is like a common, like this, you can like apply this to all different aspects of your life. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
No, I agree. I totally agree.
Conversation, but yeah.
You gotta shift the focus sometimes.
No, you got to. And that's why the thing that I'm going to do, it's not going to be a weekly thing. Maybe I'll do something that's like this kind of, but I'm going to do like a little California circuit and visit some people that are around California and do something with them, like in person. Shout out to Ninja and then Panfred, and you guys know what we're talking about. You guys already know what's up. And then maybe hit up Austin, maybe hit up Salt Lake City, maybe hit up like random places. Like I think sitting with Brick King's podcast at Brick World, when I was like literally sitting with him talking on his show, I had the headphones in and listen. I could hear. I actually like doing stuff with the headphones in is kind of weird for me. But when I did it, I was like, oh, this sounds kind of cool. So and the shows that I watch, it's all like that. So
yeah, because the audio quality, it has to do with like, the effort. Like it's.
Well, there's also a different being in person is much different.
Yeah.
That's we should have used the Cali Brick Clique money to fly people in for recordings.
Cali Brick Clique money.
Yeah.
What was that? Yes, Austin, Josh. It's an excuse for me to travel. But yeah, if I have an opportunity to do it, then I will. So it's not like I'll have the ability to do it like 52 episodes in a year, but it'll probably be like 10. So if that, and maybe like during convention time, I can get like bring in like 10 people all at once. But it'll be at my own time, at my own pace, and I'm not stressed out about it. So if I think I just go on that way, I think I'll be fine. And again, I do this. I'm sorry if you guys hear my kids. They're like literally hitting each other with sticks.
It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
But
It's real life.
Yeah, this is happening. What was I saying?
And everyone's going to be hitting Ninja here with a stick soon if he doesn't hurry up and get off.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I
See it in
enjoy
the
this
chat,
conversation. I
man.
don't want to end it. So if you're looking for stuff like that, there's already or damn, everyone's screaming in my house. If you're looking for this kind of format in the future, what I'm doing next is not necessarily going to be this. It might be a little bit of that, but there are plenty of other shows out there in the Lego community that are now doing it and or do something just the same. So definitely check those out. So what about you,
Do you
Ninja?
listen to any of them? Because I wish we could recommend some.
Some of the episodes.
Do you have any you can
Yeah,
recommend?
well, ELPN's another one. So shout out to Rob. He has
Oh,
like a
that's
bunch of things going on. I would shout out Stubbuds, but they're done. Love you guys.
Yeah.
ACOB.
But,
I guess it's like anyone listens to like other
yeah,
podcasts,
ACOB for sure. They're killing it every
drop it
Thursday.
into the
Yeah.
and stuff.
Good Morning Brick World has a new cast. Love you, Hyde. Love you, Amberlaya, TJ. R.I.P. Doc. Like
Well, not RIP, but like
you got
Definitely
April
not.
After Dark. That's another one.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, check out Brick and Brood's like Andrew's like list of all the shows that are going on. Look him on Instagram. He posted every Sunday, and you'll see all the shows that pop up in not only YouTube, Twitch, Instagram as well. So there are places you can go. And oh yeah, see there, April After Dark. Oh, the April podcast. Yes, shout out to Brickstar.
yeah.
There's a bunch out there that still haven't ended and are still going. And London Calling too. That's another one. But
Right.
I think it's time to start saying our byes.
I think so.
Oh, you could still find me on my channel. That's right.
Well, you still live. You live every Tuesday
Yeah.
evening at 10 p.m.
But
Pacific.
don't worry about that.
Jesus.
It's 1 a.m. East Coast time.
It's nothing. It's just randomness.
Okay. So I guess we'll start with you. You want to have any last words, Ninja?
Oh man. Two whoop salute to everybody, and appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, Shy, for asking me to do this, because I'm still wondering why you asked me.
So that voice, man, it comes and hits.
That's all I got. No, I'm just kidding.
You made
that's
the
it.
music video or the rap song.
It only took him 2 years.
Yeah, I was begging for that
Look,
forever.
If Sans would have asked me, it would have been overnight. I got you.
That's cold, man.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's
I don't
cold.
know what it was.
All right.
No, I appreciate being a part of this. Otherwise I wouldn't have talked to anybody. To be honest, I would have been in my shadows. So, salute.
Claire.
Okay, is this the final toast? Is this we're passing the proverbial champagne glass? Yeah, I guess it was a lot of fun. I got to know like such a huge part of the community, and I think being on this podcast is like a weekly check-in. It was kind of a lot of like my personal life has been heavily impacted by the Lego community, and it's weird to kind of like shut the door on something. I remember very vividly that I was so excited when Shy wanted to me to be part of it, and it feels like it's kind of come full circle because like I started participating in the Lego community just to have community. I wanted to meet other people who like Lego like I did, and then I achieved that, and then I want to like do better at content, and I feel like maybe I pushed Cali Brick Clique to reflect that a little bit because it was about the community, it was about that, and then it became about content creation. And sorry to like drive the conversation that way, but I'm happy I did, and it was like so cool to like learn from all the people that came on, like like everybody that came on. It was just so great, and I know there's so many people that we didn't even get a chance to get on, which it feels like this FOMO, missed opportunity, intangible thing that we're not going to experience. But at the same time, I think I'm just gonna like look at the positive of this whole experience, that we ended on a high note, and remember it that way. And I hope you guys do too. I hope you guys don't like think of it fondly.
That's what I was thinking, because I seen Sai said someone better cry, but we're ending on a positive note. No tears over here. Tears of joy, if only.
And we're not really going anywhere. We're still in the community.
still
We're
here.
still making content. We're still in streams. We're still friends with people. You'll still see us in conventions and anywhere else that you find Lego stuff. So we're not gone,
Oh my God.
technically.
No. If anything, like there's this element of like,
Santa's crying.
yeah, or like closing this chapter. I don't know if you feel this way, Shy, but it feels like closing. Jesus, yes. I do feel like closing this chapter makes it so that we can create more content for people to enjoy. Like it feels like it's a different kind of content that we can kind of go at it with ferocity. And it's just like it's also like a learning experience, and it's something to take note that when something has lived its course, don't like squeeze it dry. You know, we could have done we could have overdone this, I think, in a way that wouldn't have been nice. Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Whoops, as my daughter screams. So,
Last words.
Oh my
go
God.
ahead. Go ahead. You're here.
I just want
The,
to know
the
that
self-imposed
Think
highest guest count, I guess.
self-imposed.
Yeah.
Self-imposed.
How many times you've walked in the room?
Oh.
It was
I see.
recorded in my
That
own
was
room.
That was
I
a
think
rule.
you
Like
should do
later
it.
on, later in the episode, every time I see Sam,
It was a hassle on me. I had to get dressed to go walk into a room.
You should do like 30-minute clips of just him entering every
right?
single, like
Oh, I deleted a lot of those. Yeah. So those were the rules. Like anytime you came in, I cut it out if I could.
What?
Yeah. But there was another one. Like anytime any of us got up, like anytime Claire got up, anytime I got up, like
I never
cut it
got
out.
up.
yeah, it's someone.
So you essentially halved my
Just
appearances.
like
Well, you're still okay. Whatever. What did you have to say?
I just want everyone to know that if they would have actually put more effort into this, like they talked about a few times, you guys could have had sig figs and like T-shirts. Claire would have redone the logo. There was actually an idea to put some effort towards this, and we all missed out on that. And you should be very upset with them.
That wasn't at me though, right?
That's not all of you. There's a 3-pack of minifigures that was gonna happen. Oh man, it was.
3-pack.
It would have been neat, but they just couldn't pull their heads out of their bottoms.
Guilty.
Oh
Guilty
man.
as charged.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not on me. I was busy doing other things.
I just got thrown under the bus pretty hard.
Yeah, that was-
editing.
Although there should be some leftover Cali Brick Clique bricks, so maybe like I don't know, if you guys ask, you might be able to convince Shy.
You know, Ryan, this might be my favorite comment of the evening. Thank you for saying that.
I wasn't supposed to highlight any of these, but I guess we'll
Why
highlight it.
would anyone in that situation want to take part in doing such a thing if they get cut out of the freaking episodes?
You still are the highest. Have the highest guest count in all the episodes. Whatever. Okay, I'm trying to end this right now. All right.
Yeah. Now we've been hyping it up, Shy.
Well, I just felt like I should get my last.
You got your last word.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
worry, you're
okay.
good. Shy,
I'm
please
That's
take
beautiful.
the dais. I'm gonna mute myself.
I'm done. You don't have to.
Well, thank you to all the guests who have come on the show, especially the homies that we've asked to fill in when we had no one else to bring on in the early times. All the conversations that we've had, we've taken something out of, and I hope everyone that's listened to this podcast, you have too. Thank you to all the guests, all the viewers, everyone in the chat right now. We appreciate every single one of you. Everyone that's made a comment on any of the episodes, I guarantee we've read pretty much all of them. So we might not have responded to them, but we definitely took note of them. And the past couple episodes, the past, the posts that we've shared and the reels, like anything that's been said, even DMs that are on like hidden, and I still read those too. They're you're all greatly appreciated. And to Ninja, to Claire, thank you for making this like what it is. And I love you both so much for it. But all good things come to an end, and we're still homies at the end of it. I got really nothing else to say, but peace. Bye, everyone.
Roll that mute.